All right, and now we're going to look more high level at role variety here. Okay, so we're going to have three different people representing three different business sizes. So we have Andrew of the small business. He is a system administrator whose primary job is server maintenance and uptime. So think of this more as he is the technical operations day-to-day guy. It might be him with a junior guy who helps him with tickets. He might also handle support desk tickets if someone needs a new mouse or a new monitor or the computer's not working. He might get some of those complicated tickets, but he also handles security related tickets. This could be phishing emails. This could be a user gets malware on their device and needs some help. It could also mean a server has some ransomware on it, locked up, that needs reverted. The main point here is that small businesses can't always afford to have all these different departments siloed off and operate how you might think it would operate from just looking at a theory section of a textbook. So Andrew, in this sense, is in charge of security operations, even though it's not his job and there's not an official security team at that company. This has a lot of implications of if things are done properly, if things can be responded to on time, but it's just the reality of a small business of, let's say, 50 people trying to do their jobs. Everyone's trying to get by, keep the company running, and that might be a reality for a lot of people. Next up, we have Bridget of the medium business. They actually have a security title called security specialist. Okay. This medium business has more money, more budget. They can afford to have a security department, but not big enough they could have these different departments siloed off. So we have Bridget, who is one of three people here. They, as a group, they all wear many hats. They respond to things at any given time based off of the priority or what's going on in the environment. They analyze and respond to all the cyber alerts. So this team is actually getting alerts from some kind of security product, which is great. They're also involved in creating alerts and making sure that's maintained. There also are help managing threat intelligence. Maybe that means they have threat intelligence outsourced. Maybe that means that they have a paid threat intelligence feed. And that kind of checks the box on, oh, we have threat intelligence in our environment and we're scanning indicators to make sure nothing bad is happening. And let's say they're also hunting for bad activity in the network. Back to my previous example on remote desktop software, they might also be doing hunts like that. They might also be doing any number of things, right? Anything that is security centric, these three people are doing. They might not be a systems administrator like Andrew over there, but they're wearing all the hats, trying to be a jack of all trades, trying to manage the workload and prioritization of all the disparate functions and trying to get all that working together. Now we have Carl of the large business. He is a dedicated incident responder. He has a focused security role who is primarily involved in incident response functions. He has access to more complex tooling. He has more complex forensic capabilities. He can talk directly to other teams that are more siloed. So for example, this company might also have a detection engineering team. They might also have a threat hunting team or threat intelligence team or some combination thereof. He is wholly dedicated to incident response. So this role will be more specialized. There will be most likely more documentation, more workflows, more interconnected processes with other departments and business units. So all that to say, this is to provide a snapshot into what some jobs might offer and what companies might offer different kind of roles and responsibilities. So if you're on the job hunt and you're looking at different security job titles, what that means might be highly dependent on the organization. As mentioned earlier, detection engineers might also be threat hunters. They might also be threat intelligence analysts. They might also be incident responders. You might be like Bridget of the medium business who has to wear many hats. And the good thing there is that wearing many hats will get you exposed to many different ways of doing things and dipping your toes in different security fields to figure out where you want to go long-term potentially. But if you want a more specialized role, you might want to go to a big business where they can afford to have dedicated people on certain functions. Main point here are security operations centers. They can vary largely from company to company. So now let's talk about security incident and event management systems.